it's time already. Okay, come in, class. Come in. Come in. Yes, come in. I'm just finishing some paperwork. Paperwork, I guess. Okay, wow, you guys sat down really fast. Okay, just a second. Okay, so hello. I am your new lecturer. Sure, we'll go with that. And my name is Sam. I am here to teach you something, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm trying to teach you, but we're gonna get through this. Okay, we're gonna get through this together. Because I was kind of brought here, kind of last minute. The previous teacher was hit by a cow, which is, yeah, it wasn't exactly the best thing. Sorry, I'm just looking around for any kind of context clues as to what this is, but it appears just to be a lecture theatre, so that's not exactly very helpful. So, okay, class, show of hands. Who knows what class this is? Oh, you do? Okay. You in the front. Yes, with the glasses. What class is this? Oh. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no. I am all over that. I am. Oh, it was my favourite subject in school, you know. They didn't teach this when I was in school. Oh no. That's fine. Why do you know that? I can deal with this. I can pull myself together. Whew. Okay, so it looks like your teacher has a fun lesson plan. Okay, I'm just going to look over that. I cannot read that handwriting. Okay, what were you guys doing before? This was the start of a new block, so everything that's been done is done. You just had a test on it. Do you have the test handed out? Yes, you do. Okay, so I've to start something new on the subject you just named. I can do this. I am intelligent. I am a smart individual. What am I doing with my life? Okay, here's the deal. So, I have a very special lesson. I thought, I know that you cover other lessons, in the other lessons, but I wanted to incorporate a couple of things into mine. That's right, Susie. I wanted to bring everything together. I wanted to make sure we're all on an equal level of understanding across your subjects, not just on this one. So with that in mind, I am going to begin by discussing Sure, I am going to discuss this isn't, there you go, this is an SD card. So can you say SD card? You can. Wow, we are flying through this course already, guys, let me tell you. So this SD card, what it does is you can use it. This is the actual SD card. Here it is. This is the actual SD card, and you put the SD card into the adapter. One more time, class. You put the SD card. I can't get it back out, class. You put the SD card back into the adapter. Okay, and what that does is it releases all of the ooey gooey goodness inside the SD card. Well, that's a micro SD card in there, so that's not an SD card. This is an adapter, so it's not actually an SD card. But what you can do with an SD card is, why does this not have instructions of what you can do with it? This one is 128 GB. It says G and B on it, so actually no, sorry. That must mean this is 128 Great Britain. So that is great. This is 128 Great Britain. That is a really good size for this tiny thing. You really want as many Great Britain as you can. It's also a bit of a weird acronym, but it's fine because they chose it, so they must know best, you know, the manufacturer. And there's a little slider on the side here. You can slide it down. You can't slide it down if you're me, of course. You must possess the mystical powers. There you go. You can slide it down there, or you can, you know, slide it up. And what that does is that is standard mode and turbo mode. And you may wonder why you don't use turbo mode all the time, because that would mean it works faster and better, you know. Well, every time you use turbo mode, it takes a bit of your life essence and it takes a bit of your life expectancy off, so it just, you know, but sometimes you really need some speed. So whenever you're using this and you want some speed, you really want to use that turbo mode, and you know, you may live a couple of minutes and hours less, but you'll be able to get that assignment in on time. So that's what you use these for, is assignments and fast speeds and Great Britain storing. So any questions on the first part of this lecture? Yes. I'm just gonna call you J, okay, J? That's not what an SD card is for. Well, look, who's the professor in this situation? Who's the lecturer extraordinaire? I think I know what I'm talking about. Okay, what else is planned? Here. Yes. The eagle-eyed of you may have realised that I picked this up at the start of the lesson. That was just to introduce you. This is a bit more of an advanced concept that I didn't really want to bring up immediately because it would sometimes astound you all. But this is, of course, well, it says JOBY, which obviously stands for Jobs of Brittany's Youth. It says JOBY on it, on the metal. That is metal. I don't know how many of you have experience with metal, but metal makes things, you know, strong, which is why I am at least 62% metal myself. So, and it's on the thighs. So essentially, these are Jobs of British Youth. This is stored. Sorry, that was one of the jobs, was actually a sneeze storer. So it's the Jobs of British Youth class, and what these do is you can move these. Wow, you can. This is incredible class. They have really improved these since my day. But I do want to point out, we're not talking about a famous Britney like Britney Spears. No, we're talking about a girl named Britney that I knew when I was 12. And these would help her to count. So you see each of the beats on here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 beats. So this could help Britney count up to 30. And because there's three legs, and that was its intended purpose. It was kind of a modern day abacus, and an abacus was a wooden calculator. So that's what this does, or at least what it did, because it was the Jobs of British Youth. But of course, as Brittany evolved, the uses of this evolved. For example, it can. It's got many uses, of course, but it can also. It can also make you draw triangles. Yes, it's a triangle assistance tool, so you can just put this on any piece of anything and then just draw and join the dots, and that I just feel like it. What? Oh, what's the screw for? Yes, I had a feeling you'd ask that. I hoped you hadn't. I wouldn't, but this is the screw. It serves actually the most important function on this device. What is that function? Well, if you just give me a second to appreciate the craftsmanship, I will tell you what the function of this particular screw is, and it is for opening wine. That's right. So, as you know, wine, the bottles with the wooden cork in the top, you just stick this in, you can open a leg for extra grip, and you just spin it around. You just spin it around. Now this is for small wine bottles, this one, but you can get bigger varieties, of course. This is for your Merlots, your Sauvignon Blancs, your Yippee-ki-yays, you know, those kind of wines. And yes, that's what this is used for, is wine opening, triangle creation and counting to 30. So honestly, it's a very multifunctional tool, and one I'm surprised your teacher has just left haphazardly around here. I wouldn't believe you would be able to do that. Okay. There's got to be something else. There's got to be something else your teacher has left as an exercise. What else is there? Yes. Oh, this is the most important piece of apparatus here. So, what this particular item is actually quite intrinsic to the subject, and I expect you all to be taking notes on, you know, toilet paper or something. I don't really know how students do it, but this item is actually this is no, I'm not thinking. I'm not trying to make up something. I would never mislead you guys like that. I'm appreciating the craftsmanship to decide if it's worth talking about, of course. It's a doorstop. So this is a doorstop. It's one of the first, so you stick in a door like that, and then just holds the door right there. So it's not the worst doorstop I've ever seen. If I'm honest, I've once had to use a bit of paper, but you can get professional ones like this, and a doorstop is important to this subject, Jay. Yes, it is. Thank you for being vocal by that, by the way. A doorstop is very important in this subject, because how else are you going to keep the doors open? I mean, look, you had the phrase, when God shuts a door, he opens a window, but what if you could trick God and keep that door open just a bit so you can come back to it? And that's where this handy dandy door stopper comes in, exactly. Now it's actually, as you can see, quite anti-flex. I'm trying with all my might, just see, it just, you know, it doesn't move, it doesn't shaft. So this is a very, very high quality one. I wouldn't expect this to sell for any less. Well, actually, on it, it's got a 3 and an M. Interesting. So this sold for about 3 million, apparently. What currency? Whatever you want, they're all basically the same. 3M. Yeah, so this sold for 3 million, and I wouldn't expect it to go for any less at any point. I would have expected it to go for more, honestly, but it is written right on this 3M, so I guess that's what it is. But it does, of course, as with many things we're showcasing, have an alternative use, exactly, yes. And it is as a tiny throwing star. Now you may be thinking, what are you talking about? Are you going insane? Have you kidnapped your other substitute teacher and then just walked in off the street? The answer to all of these is of course. So this is a ninja star. Now you may not think of it because a star traditionally has 5 points, but that's what the this to someone on the street, they would have a heart attack. And if I was to use it on someone, I mean, they'd end up lowness in the lowest circle of hell. So it's a very dangerous piece of apparatus to be leaving out on a desk, but I trust your professor, I trust that they are safe with this, and if not, well, I wouldn't speak out of turn, that's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, this is a doorstop and a ninja star, that's what I said, yes. That is what this is. And that is, yeah, that is me, that is my lecture. I have too many exciting things to show you all, but I'll just have to wait. You know, good things come to those who wait and all that. So with that, class, I see that most of you had put away any note-taking devices and were just staring at me with your mouths open, wondering what's happening, which was quite rude because there's going to be a test on all of this next week, yes. So I would recommend studying up for that, especially on the important stuff. I mean, the SD card, that is just, that's going to feature at least 300% of your test, so I would look at that one again. I would definitely. Anyway, oh, look at that. Yeah, the time's gone. You guys will have to leave. Yes, please leave. Go on, you go. I know it's not done